comedy venture. He's driving around the country. Him and a couple of buddies just telling jokes. Oh, sometimes funny things happen, and that's why I do this show. Amy asked me lots of questions, but mostly if I got laid. Biggie's comedy venture. It's Biggie's comedy venture. Biggie's comedy venture. Biggie's comedy venture.
Oh, hello. Oh, shit. Sorry. My
Hi.
phone. Hello.
How are you?
Good, Amy. How about you?
Good. I have to tell you, I was getting my nails done yesterday, and my friend who does my nails wanted me to pass along that she often has that song stuck in her head. So
Does she actually check it out, the show, you think?
Oh, yeah. She
wow.
listens to it all the time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she
That's
watches
hilarious.
it live, and she'll always check to make sure my
That's
nails
funny.
aren't broken or anything.
Did that happen because of, was she listening to Newberg stuff before?
Kelly and I are friends with her, so she listens to the Detroit Cat or TDC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes a little, no offense.
Yeah,
that makes
no,
it a
no,
little
no.
more sense,
Yeah.
I suppose.
But she's a regular listener.
That's awesome.
Sherry.
That's crazy. That's cool, man. Honestly, I know I don't want to be a person who just talks about numbers, and I don't want to say what numbers are, but necessarily because whatever. But the episodes that we've done since I've been back it's like significantly better. And I think there's a lot of factors I know into that, but I think some of it is just being live.
Yeah.
And I think that even like I believe that can continue on the road. When you look back on it, if I had done this from the beginning, we would have started doing them here.
Right.
And then on the road. But like
built up momentum.
Yeah, because just even like with you, I think like there's a difference face to face, and now there's more of a chemistry that it feels like we're doing a real show.
Right.
Not that it didn't feel like that, but
No,
I
I
think,
get it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I do want to say, now that we're getting closer, I've got less than 2 weeks here. I changed all my social media. This is what's good. A good way to build a brand is to change your name. That's what I've heard.
Yes.
From all the experts, they say change it every day.
As much as you can.
Right. Change your name every week, I think, is at best. I can't keep up with that. No, but it's the problem was my YouTube. I couldn't change my YouTube.
Okay.
So I just thought it might just be better for it all to be Eric Fady.
I think so.
So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube are all Eric Fady. I am going to work much, much harder this second leg of this trip to I posted stuff. Don't get me wrong. When we did the Two Hippies, we were doing it with Two Hippies. I was posting stuff, but I didn't do as much as I should have. Mm-hmm. So I'll be doing a lot more.
Cool.
So Eric Fady on all of the platforms, I guess, that are popular. I'm not on Pinterest or anything. I don't know. Snapchat isn't that. Snapchat is fancy because you can't change it.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're just stuck with whatever you decided when you were in 8th grade when you first got the app?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I didn't get it.
Well, no, I know, but most people.
No, I don't know. I do think I heard recently that you can change it, but I'm not even totally sure. And I know for a long time you definitely couldn't. So whatever you had is what you had.
I just don't post on Snap. I just see Snapchat as a way to talk to friends, and I continue my streaks I have with my friends.
I know. It's funny because I think when I got to Snapchat late, and now I don't even think Snapchat is what it was.
No.
You know what I mean? For a while, it was if you're on Snapchat, it's you knew what was young and hip.
I think it's Instagram.
It's still Instagram and TikTok and YouTube.
Right.
And it's all, by the way, apparently you just have to do the shortest possible things that are funny.
Yes.
And it somehow makes them want to go see more of stuff you do.
I know.
Newberg, did you listen to the episode of Newberg?
I was listening on my way here, but I haven't finished it yet.
So Chris Newberg, a very obviously amazing comedian. You do the podcast with him once in a while as well.
Yes,
I
do.
someone who I have said I think multiple times at this point that as I've known him longer, I've become more and more looking up to him and how he does what he does, how successful he is, but in the way that he is, that it's no offense, I don't think he would find this offensive, but he's not a person that everyone just knows who he is.
Right.
And yet, he is writing on game shows now, writing on TV shows, has done comedy in arenas, has written for famous people. And it's like, I definitely, back in my younger days, it was only about being famous. I don't even think I cared about money. It was just, I want to be famous.
You wanted people to know you.
I wanted people to know me, and really, I just wanted to be able to hook up with girls. That's all it had to do with.
I think if we were to peel away the onion, this would go back to you not being popular.
Absolutely, 100%.
Growing up and not getting chicks.
Absolutely. That's what
you saw as your only way.
Yes. I mean, it's not very Me Too-ish to say, but I remember having a conversation with my friend Burley when some of the DVDs were going. We did have these weird periods where we actually thought they might have done something. Whatever. Whether that's true or not doesn't really matter. But we felt like it. We all felt like it. And I would joke around just saying, I don't even fucking need a pay. I just want to get paid in blowjobs. Like, that's the paycheck that I want is blowjobs. How ridiculous. That's a terrible pay scale. It's not going to work for you.
Oh, man. I don't know. How do you pay taxes on that?
That's a good point, though. It is getting paid in blowjobs is off of the radar of the government.
Yes. Tax deductible.
I don't know what that would mean. If that would meant that he would say, we would have paid you $1,000 this week, but here's 4 blowjobs.
Yeah, I mean, how much are you paying per blowjob? What are we looking at here?
That's the thing. Well, that's the thing. The bad ones, the ones that I used to pay for, were like cheap as fuck, but they weren't good. And
right.
They weren't.
I think you want to be paid in quality blowjobs.
Yes, I would quality over quantity for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you make $1,000. Say they were $100 each. You're getting how many?
Oh shit!
$100 a pop, $1,000.
Want to know something?
What?
I literally just lost attention. And when you started, I think you were asking me for $1,000 a blowjob.
$100 a blowjob.
$100 a blowjob, and I got $1,000 for the week.
How many blowjobs would you get?
10.
Yeah.
But
good job.
I'm not even kidding you. I am technically hosting a podcast right now, and I'm talking to you, and my brain went away for a second. And
I could see it. I could see it happen.
And I don't even. So I bring up Newberg because he is at that level. And it's like he was talking yesterday about he must have done the open mic at Ridley's because he said he did. Okay, so he did the open mic, which is really cool. That I wish I would have seen, to see him with the other guys kind of like me, whatever you want to say. And when he referenced the idea that there's nothing more cocky than a young comic, for one, that didn't resonate to me because I never felt that. But two, I asked him, do you think that's now because of social media? You know what I mean? Before, when I started, when I started, people were doing it. But when he started, there wouldn't have been people using. I just said to myself, I gotta slow down. I feel like I'm talking too fast.
You're good.
But anyway, he wouldn't have been able to use social media as a thing. And so kids these days, they write a joke on Facebook and maybe it gets 100 likes.
Right.
Does that give them, if they're young enough, is that enough to give them the confidence to be like, I'm funny and I deserve to be get more?
I think so.
Because I don't have that. And so when I talk about my social media on the road, I have reached a level where I think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I do believe I'm funny. And I do believe if I got a video that had 1 million views on it, I'm not saying I would become famous, but I think that they would check more stuff out I do. And I think I would, but I don't know how to do that.
Well, nobody does.
Right.
If anybody knew how to do it, they would do it.
I don't know how to be an
other
island
than
boy.
being exactly, or a Kardashian. It's it's just a flash in the pan. You have to get the right person. I mean, this is so minor, but before I got suspended off of Twitter the first time, I had a tweet that went viral that got over 1 million interactions on it, which was really crazy. But it's just a couple of big people see it,
right,
and retweet it or whatever, and that's all it takes. So it's someone famous just stumbled upon your video one day and liked it. That could be. And
I do think, having said that, also, and this is not to take away from skill, it's not to give myself off the hook for not being funny enough. But as I've looked as you read about stuff more and more too, though, I think I think powerful people can make someone go viral.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? They can say, my son is whatever he does.
Yeah.
If I put you in a movie, or if you know what I mean? We'll make him go viral.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And there actually was a show, and I don't remember if it was on what platform it was, but it was really good. And it was a documentary on this. And the goal was, can we make people get to the point where they're a quote unquote influencer?
Yeah.
Regular people, can we get them to the point where companies are like sending them makeup and stuff like that? And they did. Some of them hated it in the end. A few were like, one person specifically I remember was just like, they were getting there. Like they had likes, but they're like, they weren't able to be themselves, they felt.
Yeah.
And they started to not like that they didn't do it themselves.
Right.
Some people just didn't, but there was one girl on there that 100% made it. And you could start to see the transformation that she believed she was like something.
Yeah.
And she came from nothing.
Right.
And these people spent money. They would do things like send them, they have these fucking losers, no offense. I love and they'd send them, they fucking do photo shoots and fake jets.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And shit. And
Yep.
it's like, whatever.
I know.
And it's such a weird line of trying to be a hater.
Yeah, I have someone, and I don't know if I sent you the pictures, but it's someone I know through someone else that photoshops herself into famous vacation spots
God.
to make it seem like she's actually there, and then the videos that she posts, she's never in any of them.
Right.
So
she's
and they're terrible Photoshop jobs.
she. I mean, not to be.
But she was in Playboy, and so she's got a bunch of followers.
So she was a model at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Do you mean she was in Playboy? Like she submitted some photos?
Well, I'm probably that.
You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah,
like she was a bunny.
Correct.
Okay. And it's like.
She's probably got 30,000
must be
followers or something.
And I would kill for that, to be honest with you. Like, I would kill for that. I don't know. What is the point, though? What is the
So
end
weird.
game there for her?
Make people think that she's more desirable than she is, I guess.
And the funny thing is, I'm an insecure person. I'm very insecure. Even like when Newberg asked me, first thing he said to me when he walked in was like, oh, on your next part of your trip, are you going to come to LA and ignore me again? And the real reason that I didn't hit him up was two things. One, we were all sick still. He's doing stuff. I don't know. I could have texted him that though and said, hey, just to let you know.
Yeah.
But the sick was an easy kind of an out. We were only there 2 days. That's not a big deal. I could make it work if I wanted to. The real reason was to get up, to build the capital to go on the trip. It was a weird twofold thing of like, to build the capital to go on the trip, I basically quit comedy, even though the trip was going to be me doing comedy.
Right.
Because I saving up the money, this was a
you
very
didn't do
expensive
stand-up.
situation. And in my mind, it was like, if I really wore myself out to the point where I was like, if I go out, that means I'm not working that night. It might mean gas money. It means I just bought a beer. And so like the real reason I didn't hit him up, I was so insecure on where I was in comedy at that point. Because you're making this big proclamation. I'm traveling the country to do stand up.
Yeah. But I mean, do you really think people expect greatness out of you?
They wouldn't even know who he was. If he got me on a show, he would just be like, this is a guy I know. Can you get him up for a night?
Right.
To do 3 minutes.
Right.
But I'm really insecure, and I hate the idea of him. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I was so worried that if he had got me on a show, and he's a fucking dude. The dude has opened for Dan Cook. He writes on game shows.
Right.
And it took us. We've talked about this.
He's an Emmy-nominated producer.
Right. No, for real. I mean, for real though. And he's a great guy. This isn't to say, none of this is like. It's all on me.
Yeah.
None of this is that he would, if I would have texted him 100%, at the least, I'm sure we'd have been like, hey, let's have lunch at least.
Yeah.
I am sure of it.
Yeah.
If not, get me on somewhere even. But like, I was so insecure. And I think it took me about 2 months of that trip.
Yeah.
Before and when I said, where I felt like, I can tell people I do this.
Yeah.
Even though I had done it for like 8.5 years before that.
I get it.
Anyway, I don't know how we got that. Oh, just the idea of TikTok.
Yeah.
And me trying to do so I posted this video on my TikTok. I'm gonna finally start again, for example.
Okay.
And I posted something on my TikTok. I don't know why TikTok makes you swipe to see an ad. Do you go on TikTok?
Not really. I'm not a big
Sometimes when I
TikTok
try to
person.
get on TikTok, they will say, do you want to watch an ad first? Why would I want to watch an ad first? But so I did this video of something I did up north.
Okay.
756 people looked at it, I guess. It's only like 9 seconds. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Did you just?
I didn't get any followers.
Like, use a bunch of hashtags or something?
I did, but I mean, I didn't get a bunch of followers because of it.
Yeah.
And like, it's just kind of a funny thing. All right. So what was that? That was just because I was just talking about how I'm Eric Fady on all my platforms and yada yada. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna slide over to here.
Okay.
And we're gonna, instead of like doing this, so I've been doing this day in Big E history, going through my Facebook memories, and it struck it got you.
Yeah,
to
it made
looking
me.
here.
I was like, oh, I want to go look at what my memories are. So we are going to be doing a special version of Today in White Oprah history.
Oh shit! I gotta do one other thing.
And yeah, these are going to be around like when I was in college. So early college years is where we're going to see Today in White Oprah history.
Can I hear myself? Hello.
And I know you know what one of them is. Yeah.
Okay. I want to make. Sometimes I'm weird about this. I think my ears. I'm losing my hearing or something.
boy.
So it's like I can't. I definitely am losing my hearing, by the way. But. And that's a whole nother story. But so Amy sent me a few. You sent a few last week, like kind of a day after we had done the show or something. And I'm sorry, Amy, but knowing you, how I know you now, it's really funny to think that you put these on Facebook.
Yes.
Not. I mean, they're not like.
I actually don't even remember what the first one was I sent you.
Awesome. They're very standard. I don't mean it like that.
Yeah.
But like knowing what you do now and like what your priorities in life are now.
Yes.
And
wait till you see the one I just sent you because
Okay.
I know you didn't read it.
Okay, so
It's so
this
funny.
was from August 20th, 2010.
We're being joined now
Yeah, well,
by Mike Walters.
There he is.
My birthday buddy.
Hello. Yeah, we share a birthday.
We have a birthday coming up.
I'll be 75.
Crazy.
Believe that?
You don't
I
look-
great,
You look
though.
so good.
I look
Yeah,
great.
you look really
you
good
move
for 75.
like
Yeah.
you are just
Yeah.
spry.
Yeah.
For
I
75.
feel it. Sorry I'm late, you guys.
You're fine.
Oh, that's
I heard
okay.
you talking down here, but I'm,
Yeah.
It
I'm
was, it
dealing-
was just, yeah.
not to interrupt your show, but
No,
I was
you're good.
I was supposed to start doing the show with Greg Henson today.
Yeah.
And launch that. You were going to come over early and help engineer that, Easus. And my printer exploded.
Oh, no.
It blew up. Ron was dicking with it this morning, and he's like, dude, it's done. Unless I come over there, there may be a fix if we order some stuff, but you're better off going and getting a new printer. So
man.
it kind of threw the whole day off.
Yeah.
And now my dumb ass is trying to set it up upstairs. I need Ron's help. So anyways, I've been tied up with this
Good
for
times.
hours today.
You're very lucky that we've stumbled upon a few people that are willing
Stumbled
to
upon
help.
a few nerds.
Yeah,
that are
they're
because
the
nerds
best.
can be
They're
very-
life-saving.
They're life saving, but they
From
can be.
Kadog to McCard.
Yeah.
You know,
to
my
Trav
sister,
and
Miss
Aaron.
Kadog.
at my first job, my
Yeah.
sister was my IT person, Kelly.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it was
Kelly?
like, yeah.
Wow.
So she was my IT person, and so she got me the job. And so whenever I had a computer problem, I would just email her, like, hey, can you come upstairs? You know, she was
Yeah.
right downstairs. And that bitch, she would always write me back, and she'd go, have you opened a ticket yet? No, I have not opened a ticket. You are my sister, and you're downstairs. Get
Opened
your
a
ass up
ticket, like-
here,
like
with the customer care center, and then they'd assign it to her. And I'm like, no, I didn't do that. Get
No.
up here.
Yeah, come up here and fix it.
Well,
I
would
know,
she not get paid if she didn't? Is that the only
No,
reason? Like, so
no.
she'd still be getting paid.
Of course.
Okay.
Well, I know how busy Ron is, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I need help now.
my
Stop,
printer.
drop what you're doing and fix it.
I don't think he sleeps.
No,
I'm serious.
He's a brilliant, wonderful guy, and the more I get to know him and Trav, you realize
Yes.
just how smart they are.
Oh, yeah.
with this stuff. But when I'm left to my own, it's like, really, we're supposed to launch this thing today. I had to text Greg and be like, dude, can we maybe do it tomorrow?
Right.
So there may be a show tomorrow with Greg and I,
Well, what's it? Do you have a name for it?
but Mike and Greg show, I have no idea.
I think the problem is you don't quite know what the show's going to be yet. And
No,
for
I'm
real,
gonna,
because
I'm
for
gonna
a
kind of
name-
feel it out, dude, and just go with whatever. Like, I know what his interests are.
Yeah.
With sports, politics, news. Like, he's kind of a junkie like I am with that stuff.
Nice.
But I'm just saying for like a name, if you're not just calling it Mike and Greg or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like the name usually fits to how the show, what the show's about.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Two cisgendered white assholes.
Yeah. That would work.
White privilege.
Yeah,
Why not?
The white privilege show.
Dude,
What was the name of? Do you remember when I texted you? It was some phrase that I saw, and I texted it to you, and you were like, "Holy shit, that would be a great name for a podcast." I'm gonna remember
no.
this.
I remember
and
that
I
you
have been
sent-
trying to remember what it was for so long, and I can't.
I remember that you sent it. I remember
liked-
like that you sent something and said
so
like this
good.
would be a kick-ass podcast.
We almost went with maturity is overrated. That was the name E came up with, and I was like, dude, I love that. Maturity
Yes.
is overrated.
Totally.
Yeah.
Jay
I
was
like
always
that.
like, people won't even know how to spell it.
Well, that's
I mean,
true.
I don't. To be honest, to be fair, I don't know that I always know how to spell the word maturity. Was it
Yeah.
M-A-U-T?
Keep going.
See,
Yeah, you nailed
No,
it.
So
yeah.
see, there you go.
You got it.
But I'm not. I'm not the person who should be, looked
Yeah.
upon for spelling. So I couldn't spell. What was it? What couldn't I spell yesterday? Costa Rica
Yeah.
or something.
That's a
I felt
tough
so
one.
shitty because I had my moment to shine.
Yeah, you
Newberg
did.
is like, here you go. I did this commercial. Because once he gave me the right spelling, it was there.
Yeah.
So if I just spelled it
Where
right,
he played the sloth.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would have looked like I knew what I was doing.
By the way, I talked to Jay last night.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours. We were texting back and
Aw,
forth.
how's Jay doing? I
he's
saw
doing-
that he's a
doing
little.
great.
He is like a fucking
Farmer?
or something.
What?
Yeah, he's
He
like.
didn't mention that. He's coaching soccer again.
Yeah.
But breaking news. I was like, dude, you got to come in here and fucking hang. And he's
Yeah.
like, for sure. I was like, because I was bitching him because Merck hasn't gotten back to me.
Yeah.
I've sent him like 3 texts. I'm like, hey, and he's like, he texted him. Jay started the text. He was like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, good. Why is fucking Merck blowing me off? Is he mad at me? He's like, Merck's not mad at anybody. And so we went back and forth, back and forth. He's like, did you say some anti-Semitic shit on the air? Really pissed me off. I'm like, probably, but, no offense.
Yeah, I was trying to find a photo. I forget what's it called.
Jesus. Oh, my God. That's his backyard,
Yeah.
I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because he goes back to like state land or something.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was.
Yeah, he looks good.
God, I don't know where. I don't know. Oh, I was. I'd coach, and so I was sitting there, and the athletic trainer was sitting there with us, and I was like, "So where are you from?" And she's like, "Oh, I live in Lake Orion." I was like, "We're living as a vacation," and she was so stunned that I knew that was
Yeah.
like. She's like, "Yes."
I tell anybody that mentions Lake Orion. It's the first thing I say.
I correct him and say Lake Orion, but other than that, yeah, I'm with you.
No, if anyone says Lake Orion, whatever. No, I will say, oh, we're living as a
Yeah,
vacation.
that's always
the
my
idea
response.
that a little city like Lake Orion has a name like that. To
I
me.
know.
Like someone to
Totally.
come
It
up
is
with a-
really nice though. When
It
you go
is.
around there,
It is
it almost
super
is
nice.
like
Yeah.
we're living as a vacation.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I interrupted. What are you doing?
I'll let you because
This is
knowing how Amy, how you know now. Like we were looking back at my Facebook, and once we did that, it got Amy to looking back at her Facebook memories.
Okay.
And like me knowing her, like I know now, and what she posts and what matters in her life, these are quite hilarious to me.
Yeah,
So these are
okay.
from 2010.
Oh man.
These are some posts that Amy had on her Facebook.
Oh god.
Not gonna lie, you want to read them?
Okay,
Amy?
I'll go start from the bottom. I think this is.
Yeah, it does go by. Yeah, in the day.
Going miniature golfing and go karting tonight with my love.
Oh, Jesus.
However,
Gross.
I, however, will be maintaining my image and reputation and not going in the batting cages. 5 minutes later, I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty good in the batting cages.
Were you doing the soft pitch?
100%, and I guarantee I was not good
Yeah. So that's
at
a
all.
lie.
Yeah, that's a yes.
How do
To
you
quote
get to
Clueless,
your,
I'm
how do you
not
get?
good with balls flying in my face.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Don't sell yourself
I'm just
short.
gonna let that sit there, I guess.
What do you want?
How do I pull up my memories?
But just knowing her, how I know her now, the idea that she would put on Facebook, not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at the batting cages. I can't fathom it. To be honest
Okay,
with
pull
you.
up the one I just sent you.
Yeah, I will.
Because these are funny. Especially knowing me like you know me now.
This one. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, no, this is it.
Yeah. No, I was gonna try to open it up as a separate image and whatever, yada yada.
At the bottom, I'm going to base my fantasy team off of the sexiness of the players.
Good move.
have a
What'd you
good
do?
feeling about this.
What year was this one? This one?
That was 12 years ago, 2010.
Okay, so this is also 2010.
And I
Okay.
mean, I know my sports. So
That's the
that
funny
was,
thing, yeah.
Yeah. And then my friend posts, I was oddly enough really thinking of you earlier. I miss you too. Call me. As if she couldn't have fucking called me.
Wow,
Christina.
she could have then.
She
You don't
could
take
have.
calls now.
Well, yeah, no. And I honestly, I don't think I did then either.
Amy
I
does
don't think I
not
did then
take
either.
calls.
No.
I've had times where I really, really came close to wanting to, and I'm like, no, she won't want to talk to me on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then I try to call
You're
my.
not a big phone person?
Hate talking on
So
the
do
phone.
I.
She's not like
So
talking.
do I.
Much.
I'm a phone
Yeah.
person for sure.
Ugh.
And so,
I actually I have disdain for
Me
phone
too.
people.
Me too.
You know I have text. Why the
Right.
fuck would
well,
you
here's
call
the
me?
problem.
know.
Here is the problem. I do get. I know. I'll admit that I like talking on the phone more than most people. So I get that. But there are a lot of times that a call can make a fucking 20-minute text string go away fast.
Yeah, I called you today.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's
Just
yes.
To,
Yeah.
to let you know
no,
what was going on.
For
and-
sure.
And the times I've been close to calling her, it's usually just me to fucking rant about something. So it has nothing to do with anything.
She doesn't want anything to do with
I
it.
know,
So
right?
it doesn't, they're not important. I've called when I felt like it
Yes.
was important.
Yeah.
But
Like my family will now be like, I have to call you. Everything's fine, but I just have to call you. I'm like, okay, fine. Thanks for the heads
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do text her if I'm going to call. I will
I
say.
appreciate that.
I will say, like, hey, I know you don't like talking on the phone.
Can you take a call?
But can you take a call? And you know what's funny is, like, did you want to, I'm sorry, did you want to read your
Do you
things
have
or
any
were they
good
not that
ones?
embarrassing?
I don't think so. No, most of mine are other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just you're
So-
being tagged and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago, Monster and Mini Baba waiting for Papa to get out of the shower. And it's the two kitties sitting on my
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
And then about damn time I reclaimed my high score. It was when I had my pinball machine, which was the greatest
Oh,
pinball
shit.
machine
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
world.
Nice.
And I just got 38 million on it.
No. By the way, it's funny because they're not here. But if you found the right day, there might be video of you playing like Wii baseball or something, all dressed up in the sporting
wearing
athletic.
cleats,
Yeah.
gloves, full jersey, full pants, the whole stirrups,
Right.
baseball hat, and I'm playing like fucking
Yeah.
Major League Baseball on the PlayStation.
Right.
I have that. I have me dressed up doing DJ work with the or Guitar Hero playing
Oh,
it behind
yes.
my head.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
fucking
Awesome.
killing it. Yeah,
For
I got,
sure.
9 years ago on this day, the Detroit Cast number 003 gets underway in just a minute.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Episode 3.
Before my
gosh.
time, even before even my time.
Yeah.
How many years ago?
9.
Crazy,
And then
isn't it?
someone said, Mike Clark and Mike Walters on podcast. Check it out. So that was, and then someone's bitching at me because I said M16 or MI6.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, it's MI6, not M16. Haven't you seen a Bond movie? And then there's E and J.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Look
That's
at
on mine.
E.
You know what's
He
funny?
looks
That's on
so
mine as well.
different.
Yeah.
That sounds-
He does look so different, doesn't he?
You look so different.
I'm
so crazy.
I'm not gonna say yet what I'm gonna do, but because I want to save it for a little video when it happens. But I am gonna do something with this hair, and it's gonna be the first day of the trip. When
Okay.
I,
Oh,
when I
nice.
go on the trip.
Purple?
I gotta say, E,
I'm not gonna say exactly.
I think that you
But-
putting on some weight in your face, I
Oh,
think
dude.
it suits you well.
No, I know what you're saying. I will say this. You're right. When I look back at myself, about like when I started the internship, for example, there's a picture of me going down to Billy Bob's. It was 2010, and my face is too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, personally, I'm trying to work on like getting back, like the doughiness down here in my stomach region kind of
Doughy and
bums me
supple.
out a little
Yeah.
bit. But in my face, I think it's fine. I agree
sure.
with you.
Yeah.
That there was a time when I was too skinny
Yeah.
in my face.
And it made you look like a fucking weirdo.
No, I agree. I agree.
You know? like
Yeah.
a school shooter or something.
No, I get
Yeah.
you. I
He's
get
got a school shooter vibe, especially without
For
the
sure.
when his hair's shorter. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last one is August 26, 2015, and just says, "Hi, Proops, enjoy your dinner." And it's a deer back by the pool,
That's
nibbling
awesome.
on a bush. Yeah, but
I
that's,
saved a squirrel from suicide today.
Yeah.
You what?
I saved a squirrel from suicide today.
I mean,
How
that's
did
the only
This is
explanation.
exactly how it happened. So I'm walking down the street and I see this squirrel walk into the middle of the street and I'm thinking, you better get out of the street before a car comes. And it just lays down. It just lays down. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. I get my phone out and I start recording, and it's just laying flat as a pancake in the fucking road.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I walk up to it and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, you
fuck off, run me over.
I know. I was like, you have to get out of the road. And so it like begrudgingly gets up and like runs up a
Really?
tree.
He let you come up to him?
And I was like, you're welcome. I just saved your life.
Yeah.
How grateful was he?
Seemed grateful. I don't know. I mean, he could have just found out his wife was cheating on him and he
Yeah,
just wanted
right.
to end it. And then I come
He
along.
can't remember where he stashed his nuts.
Yeah.
All bummed out his winter's
I'm just going to lay here.
Oh, man, I lost all of them.
No,
I
for
hope
real,
a car
I
comes
I
soon.
saw the video of it, and it does look like that. 'Cause
Really?
It's just, he or she. I don't
Yeah,
want to
just
dead
laying
name him
there.
or anything. But
Yeah.
And the thing, I would have thought it was a dead squirrel if I hadn't watched it walk and just lay down in the middle of the road. I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck is this squirrel doing?
That's funny.
I mean, it had
Like,
a suicide.
I don't usually see squirrels just like laying around.
By the
No.
way, just when you, I wasn't gonna necessarily tell this story, but when you get into like idea of call me. So I had a situation. I went out with my parents to the west side of the state for a
Oh,
few
yeah.
days or
Is this
whatever.
your sort of grievance?
Oh, I don't even know if I'll get to that or not. I had Mike. I had what I said would borderline essentially be a grievance, by the
Okay.
way. But no, what I was gonna get into is that I lost my fucking phone. I went out with my friend.
Again.
I went out with my buddies from Holland, my restaurant buddies, and they dropped me off at the hotel. And I sit there and my phone. You get out of the hotel. Or get out of the car, walk into the lobby, and go, fuck, my phone's not in my pocket. And I start running out, and they're not there. I don't know anyone's number. I don't know where they live.
Yeah.
I don't have my any ability to get to them. And so I'm going on my
Was it in their car?
Yeah. And so I'm going on my mom's phone, trying to log on to Facebook,
Oh, man.
but I don't know any passwords. And I'm fucking sitting there, and it's like, I finally remember one, but apparently I had set up an account for Tony at one point. I don't remember the password I had to my Facebook currently. I could get into Tony's. And so, but the problem is I want to go to Messenger because Messenger, you can call people technically and they might pick up their Messenger.
Right.
But my mom doesn't know her Apple password. And she doesn't
my
have the
God.
fucking. And
What a
you're
shit
train
show.
wreck. Yeah, you
and
are
I'm like
a shit show.
writing on people's walls from my Tony the Cat Facebook. I'm like, hey, Laura, I left my phone in your car. Can you get a hold of me? What's your number?
Yeah.
And stuff. And finally, what it came down to is my mom, smartly, I guess, looked up, and luckily, these people had their address listed. And so I drive over, but we don't know that's them. I looked at them like, I've been there one time. And I was like, I think this is it because it was by this party store that we went to when I was partying there.
Irrelevant.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, whatever. But it's like, okay. But I get there, and it's like, I pull into I'm like, it says it's here. But you know how GPS is weird? It's like, it doesn't look like their house to me. And I look over, and I think it's the house next to them.
Oh, no.
But it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm just parked in this person's driveway.
Yeah.
And I see somebody outside, like, walking a dog. And I think it's them. And I just start yelling. I'm like, Laura! And she's like, Eric? And I'm like parked in their neighbor's driveway. Like, and I was looking, because they both had Jeeps, by the way.
I was
Motherfucking
just going to
situation.
say, like,
Yeah.
did you not see the car?
They both had fucking Jeeps.
Same color?
Close enough in the dark, I guess, to me. Hers is kind of a very dark green. This one looked.
What color was it really?
I don't remember, but it was close. Close enough that I was walking up to it. Anyway, my grievance though, Mike, is that they say pet friendly at hotels. I don't know if you know this, but it doesn't mean cat friendly.
Yes,
It
I
means
think you've
dog
gone
friendly.
through this before.
Have I?
Yes.
Well, it's bullshit. Why can't a cat come in there?
More people are allergic to cats, I think.
For real?
Yeah.
You think so? I know
Yeah,
it's,
that's probably what it is.
It's cat piss too.
Well, most people would bring some sort of, litter.
But
or
the
whatever
worry
for them.
is, like, remember when you dealt with cat piss down here? Cat piss is
is brutal.
brutal to get out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so is dog.
But are you not
pee,
right?
so.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I think honestly, if I had to guess, it's probably the allergy thing.
Yeah. But
And
don't
not-
but people are allergic.
don't
to
they discriminate against big dogs though?
sometimes?
Yeah, or you have to pay
Yeah,
more.
you
if
have to
they're
have one of
over
those
a
little
certain
shitty
weight.
tiny dogs.
Yeah.
that
Which,
are
by
gonna
the
get
way, too, if you're pet friendly, you should be pet friendly.
Yeah.
I don't believe if I pay an extra $25, that means the room's getting $25
I feel like
of
I would
extra
be able
cleaning.
to sneak a cat in. Like a dog
Yeah.
is
Oh,
a
we
little
do.
hard, but
we do.
Okay.
I mean, we have a whole system.
Yeah, the
where
cat's
you
not going to make a lot of noise. Your dog,
yeah,
if it
man,
barks
when
at
I had
every
my
noise,
dogs in a hotel, it was like every time they'd bark, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's
You know?
that's my
and Miggy
thinking.
wouldn't get in the elevator. It was like so so confusing to him. Like, I mean, it's his first time like in one of these, and I'm trying to bring him into something that's going to move him up, and he's just laying like as flat as possible.
And that's my
like,
thing,
no.
though. Dogs bark. I get that that cats have issues, but to me, the idea that you'd be able to bring Biggie, no offense, Miggy and Diesel, just walk them right through, and because I have Tony, it has to be a fucking Mission Impossible situation where we're like putting him in a bag.
Right.
And every time we were getting ready to leave that morning, and they were the cleaning crew had started on our floor.
Yeah.
And we're seriously sitting there like, okay, go. And it's like this worry
But
that
you
they're
can get away with that easily, can't you? Like Tony would be easy to
tuck 'em in.
smuggle in and
But
out.
the litter box, you're trying to put that under like a towel and stuff, and you're carrying, I don't know. And the other thing happened, and unfortunately, Tony's getting to a point where he can't. He has
just
issues.
shits wherever
Yeah,
he
he's
wants.
issues with bathrooms.
Okay.
He is going to the bathroom if he just feels like he has to go. He kind of just goes. I'm not gonna.
I just read an article today that's a sign of Alzheimer's in animals.
Yeah, that could make sense
And
to
that,
me.
and also if they're like, just like kind of wandering around, or they like are just like in random areas that don't make sense.
That makes sense to me. I hate.
Oh,
I'm
then
really
I think I just
worried.
bummed him out.
I'm really worried because my dad's not going to stand too long
Right.
with Tony just
Yeah.
crapping. Like,
right.
Is he pissing?
He doesn't piss. Luckily, it's just crapping for
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But he's not,
Mine is puking everywhere.
okay.
All the time.
He's not doing that either. By the way,
If he's not out as a serial killer,
Yeah.
murdering everything he finds,
He's throwing up the
he's
bodies.
fucking throwing up in my house, and he's losing weight.
Oh,
It's like, oh boy,
I know it's
That's
I got to
not
take his
good.
ass in.
Yeah.
And
we're
see
about
what's
to go
going on.
We're about to go someplace again this weekend that is not cat friendly. And my dad, I don't think he wants to bring him. I'm going to tell my dad that he has to come. The reason being is like, dude, I'm about to go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
This could be the last trip. Like, I'm not going to let them put him. If something happens, I'm not letting him do it while I'm gone.
Right.
But this could be like the last
Your
time.
last vacation.
I feel like I worry.
You're gonna
anyway.
cry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I cried when we put that cat I didn't even like down for one. But
That's gonna
no,
be a bad
I will
day.
need. I will need a day. I'll
Yeah.
need a mental day.
I think you'll need more than a day.
I might
You're
need a
gonna be
week.
really bummed.
Yeah.
But so we were at a place. I don't want to say where. But we were at a place that no pets.
Okay.
And we just dealt with it. And Tony, I was outside. And I come back in, and I come back into my mom scrubbing the sheets, and my dad vigorously scrubbing other sheets, and like what? And it became. I mean, dude, we were like looking out the window. We're trying to air the place out.
Oh,
we
no.
What
took
did he
the
shit?
Yeah. Luckily, as anyone that's ever picked, anybody that's ever picked up animal crap in a house, they found it instantly. Like they saw him go in the room, and like instantly they kind of heard something or smelled something. So
Yeah.
it didn't sit long.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it involved going in the morning to like a laundromat. We cleaned
Oh, my
we
God.
cleaned the sheets. We freaking
That
vacuumed.
seems like a
we-
lot. How would they have known it was cat shit?
Yeah.
Like maybe
Good
you just
question.
shit the bed.
I
Yeah.
don't. I'm glad
like
you
that
brought
would
up.
have been
No.
acceptable,
I'm
right?
glad you brought that up because that was my point.
Yeah.
For real, no.
I'll take the blame. I'll take
I
the
mean,
heat for
seriously
Tone.
though, like
When
they
these
don't,
peop-
how they gonna know?
When these people say this, and
They wouldn't even say anything. They would just
No,
throw it
they
in
would
the
be-
laundry and,
yeah.
and
no,
do
what
the
if I
wash.
called up, the front? I just went up to the front.
Yeah.
Imagine, if you will, a situation where maybe I would take a shit somewhere.
Yeah.
that didn't
Well,
know.
Can't
Right,
even
I can
imagine that
if you can
happening.
fathom
Yeah,
it. No, but what if I went up to the front for real and was like, God, I don't know what happened, man. I ate some, food last night. I got severe food poisoning. I threw up all over the thing. It would just be like, I know it would suck, but I think you would be like,
Here's some new sheets.
right.
Yeah.
Like, in fact,
I guarantee you could
in
just.
fact, it happened.
I guarantee
Sorry.
you could just say, "Hey, can I have some new sheets?"
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? I don't want to disparage people, but I was with somebody, for example, a lady friend, after a concert right in 2020 that got very intoxicated and threw up all over the hotel room. And all we did is get new sheets, and we're like, I didn't get charged
No.
because someone. But if my cat fucking has some hairballs on the goddamn floor, it's
Yeah,
like the world's ending.
I don't know that I would have gone to the laundromat. I think that's
Yeah, it's excessive.
That's excessive.
Well, we just.
But it's your parents also, so.
I would have.
I think Amy's 100% right. I think it's allergy related because people that are allergic to cats
It's
can
like
be
really
really
bad.
allergic to cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so, and I get that. It's still such
And
a
it
bummer. 'cause,
probably
like,
it probably derived out of some people having like service dogs and then had to evolve into how do you know if it's a service dog or not?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now we just allow dogs.
Yeah.
That could be it. God, why is this going to a QR code? That's pissing me off. Anyway, that happened when we were up there, and that was quite a ordeal, I would say, because there was a lot of, and then like, it's so funny how my parents, like, I get it, but like, I'm opening up the windows so we can air it out, and my dad's literally like, don't, people are gonna build. I'm like, dude, no one's looking in here. Like, I'd have I'd walk out the door and accidentally not close it instantly. Close it. Like,
oh my God.
Who's walking by? Because we're in our setting. There's only a few people by us, so we whatever.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I was a little delayed on listening to exclusive content. And
oh boy,
when you said that one of the worst times that you had solicited
did I never tell you that story?
No, was when I heard you say was actually when I was dog sitting for Amy. I was like, oh my God, this motherfucker in my house brought some like prostitute up in here to give him a massage and a blowjob.
No.
And so I was relieved. Like, I was honestly like, oh my God, I'm about to hear that he brought someone into my house for the first time. I was legit nervous. So to hear you say that you went somewhere was a little bit of a relief.
So you left Amy's house? Is that what
no, I did go to the Red Roof Inn somewhere. But I actually, you know what's funny? I've gotten so much more paranoid about that idea of stuff. Like, I have, like, even at, like, I'm house sitting for the Kennedys again, and it's like, the idea
do they even live in Michigan? It seems like they're house sitting for the Kennedys.
I know.
It's great. They should just give me the house already.
Seriously.
But like,
it's right on the lake, right?
Yeah, it's on the lake.
beautiful.
It's great. Very, very beautiful.
Work out a land contract situation with them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like renting.
Or just be a squatter.
I know.
That's all you got to do. Just move in.
You know,
That
their
would be
key,
something.
the key to their house is the only key I've never lost. Like, it's on a keychain, and I have never lost this key.
That's why
Amazing.
It doesn't have a key to my house.
Everything else I have lost. Everything. Anyway, but like, I'm at their house even when you talk about bringing someone back there. And as I've gotten older, I've thought, like, even a Tinder date, even if I got some, like, in my mind, it's like, oh, perfect. I'll tell them I've got this, you know, whatever. And
that was your whole thing at first, was like, oh, I've got this house. I can bring someone back.
And now I start to really think, like, dude, you're bringing someone that you met on Tinder back. If you're telling them it's not your house, then it's like, oh, they know this. Like, they can just, now they know this address of a place.
Yeah.
That they can just go back to anytime they want.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and you've been rolled one too many times to be trustworthy of anybody.
Rolled by deuces usually.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite stories.
So here's something I wanted to do. I told Mike about this yesterday, but when I sit down, I don't know how Newberg, man, honest to God, hearing him yesterday and hearing Real Comics, I don't know what to do. I try. I seriously sit down 3 or 4 days a week and just sit and try to write jokes for social media. I don't know how good I am at. I think I've gotten better. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But like, I don't know how it's so incredible to me that someone like him can get to the point where like he can be on a live show.
Yeah.
And be writing jokes. And I'll sit there.
It's a muscle.
Right.
It's a workout.
So I sometimes have these ideas where I like a premise of an idea, and I could work it out at open mics. I could tell both versions of it, see how it goes. But when I'm writing it for Facebook, I fall in love with like both the wordings of it, and I don't want to put one out and then put the same joke out 2 days later, or a day later, or an hour later, right? So like I have this.
You put one on Twitter and one on Insta, and
that's a good. I'm not even on Twitter anymore, but on Instagram, you can really do jokes on it. I guess I could say it verbally. I could.
Yeah, I mean, you could just post it, like
I could
write it and post it.
That's a good idea, but it's. I didn't come up with these. You guys should have been there when I was coming up with this. But whatever. Point is, I was working on a joke last week, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to post. And I thought to myself that would be a funny thing to show you guys. Like, it's the same premise, but it's just slightly worded different.
All right.
Now, annoyingly,
you should have asked Newberg. You really should have
too
to
nervous
see
to that. Wait,
because why?
Chris makes him really nervous.
Why?
So nervous, dude. I wasn't kidding, dude.
Dude, I used to send Chris would send me jokes and ask me like what I thought, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is great," and sometimes I'd change them, like they'd be confusing, and I'd go, I'd word it this way, but then I'd be like, "Dude, what do you think of this?" And I'd send him a joke, and he's amazing.
Yeah,
he'll be like, too wordy, lose this word, this word, try it this way, start with this premise. Flip it and try that. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like instantly.
Yeah.
And you realize just how good,
Yeah.
But it's such a good feeling when he sends something to me and I go, dude, take this out, flip this around, and try that. And he's like, you motherfucker, how did I not see that? I'm like, yeah, that's a great feeling.
You know what, man?
So you should have asked him. He would have told you.
Well,
I
I
spell
already
checked his shirt, his new shirt that he put out.
Oh, yeah,
the Militiagan.
Yeah.
When he first posted it, it said Militia Gain, like Gain. And I texted him. I was like, I think it should be Militiagan, like GAN, right?
Yeah.
Like, hopefully this didn't go to print yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah.
you know what? I just have such a nervousness to me, I guess. I don't know what it is.
He spent the whole, before you got here, talking basically about,
Well,
he
even,
just gets really nervous about it because he's such
dude,
a
you've known
professional.
Chris
and
forever.
he doesn't.
I don't know how to explain it. I guess I mean,
Self-conscious.
for real,
Yeah.
the reason the reason I didn't
Pull it up. Let's see it.
yeah. So these are the things. So I have.
Are you pulling them up?
I have it up here. So I think let me look at it real quick. Yeah. So there's a middle paragraph here that I didn't edit out here for this thing because it's in my notebook. So this is the top one, and this is the bottom one. Shit, of my concept here. But it's a little bit different. Fuck, man. I wish this would zoom in more. Like, it does it with everything else, but it doesn't do it with this word.
You made it smaller.
I know.
I don't know how.
Well, can you just reduce the percentage again?
Yeah. Fuck, man. You know,
Go forward.
dude, for
It's
real.
about dating.
It doesn't.
I got that.
Yeah, it doesn't do this with freaking anything else other than Facebook. And I tried to open it up as a picture. When I send pictures, I can just send them like that. For some reason, this fucking word is being a bitch. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. I've done it with other things before, so if it doesn't do this, I'll just read it to you guys, I guess. Okay, you might be able to see it here.
Okay, we can see it.
So it's the top one and the bottom one. The middle one was me fucking around.
So ignore the middle one?
Yeah. So I'll tell you while you're reading. The premise of it is me talking about dating when you're older, and how I think the idea that
Okay.
Yeah.
At a certain age in dating, you go from selling to the other person why you think you'd be a great prospect for a partner to convincing them that the reasons you're still single are totally normal and justified.
I get the premise. It's too wordy.
No, I know,
The
but
second
well,
one better.
I didn't finish. For one, I didn't finish these yet necessarily.
Oh.
But two, you are right. I worked on the second one more because once I worked on the second one, I thought I would do this with you guys. So you want to read the second one, Amy?
Sure. A big part of the dating process, after a certain age, is the two people. I would take out the word "the." Is two people trying to justify to each other that the reasons they're still single do not make them look crazy. I mean, that's
So
good.
On stage, I could see
the
that.
reason I thought the first one, you know what's funny? I liked the top one in my mind better because I like this. That's why when Newberg said yesterday, like how and it's not the exact same thing, but when he said like you try to write, he tries to come up with the most obvious thing first, then go the exact opposite of that. But because if you don't do that, you're stuck on what the joke is, and that's what happened here. Like the first one, I like the idea of it a little more than the second one. But I thought that the one on the bottom would go over better on Facebook if I printed those out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are these things you'd want to take on stage?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I could probably. I think I could probably. Yeah. I think because the idea, like to me, like I know it's not that out. What is it? Not that mind blowing to suggest that like as you get older, if you're still single, there's these things about dating. But to me, it is like becomes like you're like I think like here's where it came from. I've kind of been talking to somebody recently.
Wow.
And and I noticed though a lot of times things that like if you were younger and you're like, oh, I'm going to bed early, or like, oh, like I'm living with my parents still or something. Like they seem to get more justified. Like, oh no, I get it because I trust me, I understand. Or something. Whereas like if you were younger, it'd be a lot more judgmental. Like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? You're telling me this or you're telling me that.
How old is this person?
Older than me.
Older than you, really?
Yeah. Like
where did you meet him?
Online. See what you did there.
See what I did there?
Snuck it in.
Online.
That's 25 years in the business right there.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? It happened at I was dog sitting at your house.
Jesus. He's very active at your house.
No kidding. No kidding.
throw a lot of-
He's doing a lot of not watching my dogs while he's at.
I throw a lot of lines out when I'm
Are
out
you
there.
drinking at this point?
Oh yeah, I was drunk.
Yeah.
And listening to like watching
Country
EDM
music and-
shows on YouTube on my TV.
Yeah.
And my poor dogs are probably like,
This particular
going
day
on?
was I was in a big Jimmy Buffett kick. But there was something online that someone said something, and I made a snarky remark, and somehow it led to something back, and then I got a message, and I was like, oh, here we go.
oh, so she slid into your DMs?
Yeah, I believe. You know what? I don't
Can
want
we
to.
see her?
I can show you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Like now.
because it's been this has been going. Having said that, for like since 2020, it's been like 2 years.
Let me see a picture
Like August
immediately.
of 2020.
Hey, E, I thought we were friends.
Yeah, right?
I think I might have.
Have you seen her in person?
We finally just recently hung out a few times.
Where does she live? I mean, in Michigan?
Yeah, in
okay.
Michigan.
Like Metro Detroit or
Metro Detroit.
Okay.
Let me see. Come on.
Here, let's see.
Come on. You're hilarious, dude.
Well, there's been a lot of.
I need to play the Mandy music.
She's not the daughter. Just so you know. there's been a lot of like
Her?
Yes. There's just been a lot of we were kind of talking a little bit, then she kind of started to see a guy, and it's like, who was I to be? I mean, I'm about to go on this trip, and there's just been a lot of like mostly just talking. And now in the last 3 months or so, it's gotten a little more. Like I said, we went over and hung around, we drove around the Thumb a little bit a week ago or so.
She's cute.
Nice.
And
Good
stuff.
for you, E.
But why did this come up? I don't remember why this came up. It came up. This is
yeah.
where the idea for this joke came in, because she has a situation.
So is she like a friend of a friend?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say anything more than that.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys after that.
Okay.
But that's where this came up, because like she's at a place in her life. She has some, when you get older, again, there's just more baggage. There's more things in your life that have come up. And as we were texting, I started to just realize, to me, there was things that being older, where it was almost like she, kind of like, oh yeah, no, I totally understand this or that. And I'm like, and I don't think they would be that way when I was younger.
I wonder what that is. If that's when you get older, you're willing to look like.
And I don't think it's a desperate thing. I really
it's
don't.
scary. The prospect of going the rest of your life being just single and alone. It's terrifying for a lot of people. So at a certain age, when you get into your mid 40s, I don't know how old this lady is, but mid 40s or 50s, and you're single, it's like, oh God, you're willing to let a lot of shit slide that you normally, like when you were younger, it was like, oh, she's got a fucking she got something stuck in her teeth. Fuck her.
Yeah, right.
Gross.
Exactly.
Like I've literally, I had a girl that was perfect, except she had a fucked up toe or something. I was like,
okay, Seinfeld. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
no, honestly, but now it's like like you would never do that now.
Right. And I think part of it, it's definitely a combination. It's that, and I think also when you're early on into a relationship, you're really trying to be cool and understanding, and it's like, oh, you're going to bed early? I understand that.
Yeah.
Then you move in together, and he didn't fucking empty the dishwasher, and it's like, motherfucker, you're going to bed early? You got shit to do. Like, what are you?
No,
what are you
for
doing?
sure. And I'm not.
So it's like
I'm not
you're just trying to be cool.
I'm not trying to discount that, because I know that happens in any young or old.
Yeah.
That happens.
What is that, about a 6-month period? What the honeymoon phase, is it like 6 months? Could be
Probably.
longer.
Probably,
I
yeah,
feel like
6 months to a year, I would say.
Yeah, I've had it go a year easily. But
I just have nothing to compare it to. But
where they're gonna put up would be just they'll easily forgive whatever faults you have.
Yeah.
And then those become, once you get settled in and know each other more and spend more time, they become more annoying than just like stuff to overlook.
No, totally.
Which is why you get in those stupid fights over, you left your fucking wet towel on the floor again, you asshole. Whereas before it was just like you just pick it up and hang it. And you're like, oh,
for
that's cute.
sure.
Whatever.
Yep.
But after a year, it's like, you motherfucker.
Yep.
You didn't empty the dishwasher.
And you're going to bed early.
You're leaving water spots on the counter.
I mean, that happens. The funny thing is that happens even in non-romantic shit too. With friends, like the more you become comfortable with somebody, the more then you're willing to say shit to somebody. You know what I mean? Be a little more like, oh, he fucking did this today or whatever, or he
Well-
didn't text me back, whatever it is, you know.
I would be remiss
What?
if I did not live up to my responsibilities of the intro song and ask you if
No.
you have slept with this chick yet.
No, I haven't. It's
Have you talked about it with her?
yeah, kinda. This has been a very
Does she
odd.
listen to you? Does she know what you do?
Yes, I don't think she listens to she doesn't listen to this stuff necessarily all the time. She doesn't necessarily, from what I can tell.
Okay.
If she does, she doesn't say it.
Okay.
But she's
She
aware
does,
of what
by
I'm
the way.
doing.
If she's into you, she does.
What's up?
If she's into you, she does.
Yeah.
She's aware of what I do,
so.
in the comedy, and she likes when I post videos, or she'll laugh at jokes I make, or I'll make a joke and I'll get a text saying, "Holy shit, that was fucking funny." So she pays attention to that.
Yeah, but I mean,
stuff.
you post the podcast, I guarantee she listens to it. She's not,
probably.
Yeah,
So but the thing is, it's just been a
If
little.
she's interested.
correct.
I think she is. I think she is. It's just been very complicated because of what I've been. The time in my life that we've been in this situation has been the most ridiculous time of my life. So it's I do think if I had not been doing this comedy trip, I think something would have progressed.
Well, you've been home
sooner.
for a few months, so.
I
Yeah.
know, but it's you know what? The problem is
Does
I
she
had
know
to.
how you feel about Vagine?
We don't need to, just in case she does. We don't need to get there yet.
I think it's rather important, Amy. Don't you think it's relevant?
I don't think that's
That the guy's basically allergic to Vagine? Despises
I think
Vagine?
that it's been a great episode this week. So no reason. Time's almost an hour here. So
Hey, maybe she'll just overlook it and be like, oh, it's adorable. He hates
Yeah, if you're
Vagine.
listening to this, just give him some head. That's all he wants. That's all the poor guy wants.
no, you know
Take
what?
his
respect
day
much.
and don't expect anything.
Here's where I'm at. I'm at such a situation. Even now, I really should try to hang out with her one time. I'm leaving in a fucking week and a half.
Yeah,
I probably
you
should
should.
try to hang out with her this weekend. I think she's got some stuff going on. I don't know that it couldn't be changed around. But I'm so bad. I'm still in such a
Listen,
money saving,
no,
work saving.
I'm done
telling
with that.
you that
First
I am.
of all, if you need $100 to go on a date, I'll Venmo you some money. Second of all,
Take her up on
this
it,
is
E.
what I need you to do. I
Okay.
need you to just be fucking normal and
Right.
be.
Oh,
No,
that's a
no.
tough
Stop
ask.
rubbing your eyes.
Okay.
That's a
Listen.
tough ask, Amy.
Okay.
Text
I'm
her or
listening.
however you communicate
Yeah.
and be like, hey, I'm leaving. I really want to see you. I'd really like to go take you out on a date and spend some time with you. What's your schedule looking like?
Yeah, you're right. You're
Just
right.
do it.
Great way to do
No,
it.
you're
And
right.
I will pay for your date.
Oh, okay, there you
Let
go.
her-
serious.
There you
Let
go.
her do
I
it.
believe
I will
it.
pay
I believe
for
her.
it.
I believe her.
If I find a girl, will you pay for my date too?
No, you've been late enough. You're late enough.
But you have to. What does he have? I mean, he has to at least kiss her, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That you have
so
to
not- I
at
know.
least
Walk her to
do
the
that.
door. Have you held hands with her? Have you done anything?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I've been
E.
too
If I'm
nervous.
paying for your date, you have to at least
Fuck her.
have to at
kiss her.
least kiss her.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Should we call her? Should we call her right
She's
now?
at work right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like that's a lie.
Yeah, I
No,
do too.
she is. She's at work. I mean, she might. I don't know. She might be home by now. I don't. What is it? Friday? It's iffy. She could be home. She
Let's
could
call
not
her.
be.
Let's call her. We'll ask her
What?
out for you.
Yeah. This is
I don't want. I
perfect.
can't do it. I can't.
Why?
Oh.
That's too much.
Jesus.
'Cause I don't want to. I don't want to put myself in a corner.
What do you mean? How would you
Okay,
put a corner?
fine.
We won't say anything bad.
Fine.
I can't promise that, but
Well, here's.
I will be a big E
do you
cheerleader.
have a phone cord over there? E?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't want. You have to ask her if she doesn't want to talk.
No, I'll
Yeah,
identify
yeah.
us on the air. I'll take us in. Oh my God. What's her name?
Don't,
And if she doesn't want to talk, we can just
I don't wanna
cut, you can
say
just
it.
cut it out.
Just a first name.
I'd really rather not.
What's her first name?
Oh, I'll tell you. You can see what it is there. Oh, did I not put it? I thought I put it. On. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I call her Kate?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to give any
yeah,
names.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Problem is, it's all on my Facebook. Anyone can go. Even that's. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really. Oh my
Okay.
God, this is. I don't know the last
Hello.
time.
Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
Hi, this is Mike.
Ask her if
I'm
she's from
I'm
the-
here with Eric Fady, who you know, and Amy Zempel is here as well. We are on the podcast right now. Do you have a couple seconds?
Yeah, sure.
God damn it! You could have been at work, you know.
She sounds adorable.
You have a wonderful
it's
voice.
great voice, isn't it?
Yes. You answered. I was like, oh,
Oh wow,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
could you could talk to me while I fall asleep. Like you have that kind of voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's very soothing.
Yeah.
So how are you guys doing? How is it going?
It's going great, and we've been talking to Eric.
Is Eric's face red right now?
Oh my God,
it's beet
he
red.
is
Yeah, you
just
know Eric.
beside himself right now.
He's horrified, and
So what happened? Did he like finally discuss it? He's been talking to someone for a complete stranger for 2 years.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes,
Came
and
up-
we
okay.
were like,
I was
excuse me,
wondering
we
why I'm
thought
getting this random call.
that we
Okay.
were friends. We hear that, then we get this bomb dropped on us, and we're very happy for him. And I got a
Yes.
question: do you listen to do you listen to his show that we do here about his?
I don't. I've kind of kept that separate.
Oh my God, good for you. That's a good move.
Well, you're gonna listen to this one.
Well, we'll get to the point, Catherine. Is it Catherine or Kathy?
I actually go by Kate.
Kate. Oh, even better. I love that name.
Perfect.
It's a great name. So, Kate, Eric is going back out on the road here in a week and a half. And he really would, I think, like to do like a formal date night with you before he goes. Maybe grab dinner,
Yeah.
maybe grab a movie, have some drinks, whatever. It obviously has to end in a kiss goodnight. But other than that, those are the only ground rules.
Those are our conditions, and
Yeah.
we've agreed to pay for the date. We're gonna fund the date. I'm gonna fund the date.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and so the question's really two-pronged. One, do you want to go? And two, are you
of course.
All right.
and two, are you open to it ending in a kiss?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Or more. It doesn't have to just be a kiss, but
You don't have to answer this, by the way. You don't have to answer this.
you don't have to answer this, but just keep it on the table, back in
I
the mic kind
have
of
to
thing.
I have to sneak away from my desk.
Okay.
Is this
Oh, yeah, I knew
plot
she
to
was at
get
work.
Eric laid before he leaves?
Yes, that's my goal, but that's rude. So I would never say that publicly.
At a bare minimum, we're trying to get him a blowjob. But the only thing the bare minimum requirement to get the date funded is a kiss.
I want to fucking kill myself right now.
He has to. I mean, if his performance is terrible on the date, Kate, you don't have to kiss him.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like, if you're after the date, if you're like, oh my God, this is brutal, I'll still pay for the date.
I should not have agreed to this.
Eric, are you?
I really tried to say. I tried to say
bad.
no to doing this.
We've discussed this. I don't think that's an issue.
okay.
Okay,
All
all
right,
right.
say
Hey,
this, the
say
o-
no more.
Yeah,
The only
don't
reason-
ruin it. You can keep talking and
Say
ruin
no
it.
more.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. No, he's he's squirming in his seat
Oh,
like
yeah,
I've never
he's miserable.
seen. He's a social wreck. He's a great guy though, as you know, if you've been
Yes.
talking to him for 2 years. He's a wonderful human being, but he's
He
just
is,
he's
I
socially a
agree.
shit show.
Right.
So he's been like that since the day I met him 10 years ago, at least now. So as long as you can get over him being him, you're gonna wind up finding that you're hanging out with a really, really great dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
No, I completely agree.
So
Although I
your
would not-
sketch, you have some free time then in the next week and a half before he leaves to go on an official date.
And put out.
I do. I don't know if he does.
Oh no, we're taking
does.
care of
We'll-
him. He
we'll
does.
take care of
Yeah.
that.
But we wanted. He was like, oh, I don't know. I think she's got some plans. Might be moved around. I'm like, no. We'd like you need to just man up and ask, and then that's how we ended on the
Which
phone.
he did.
Eric,
Look, I don't even want to. I'm just gonna let this go. I don't know.
Yeah, was this a bad idea?
No, this was a
it was-
wonderful
it was
idea.
fine. It was fine. The me that allowed this to happen is the person that knows that this is what I like to do, and that knows that other people listening would find entertainment out of this. I would not have done this.
Yeah.
If I didn't know that that's what can make a podcast and entertaining.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Kate, you are the star of the show today, so make sure you listen to the podcast.
you guys are funny.
Thank
All right,
you.
I have to get back to work. My boss is
All right. Well, you're a good sport.
rude.
Yeah,
And
no.
enjoy the date. And can we call you and get your opinion on how the date went?
Oh my God.
Oh yes, do the
Awesome.
follow up.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Okay.
let us know if he was good and bad or anything.
We're
like
gonna
that.
get both sides of the
Update,
story.
or it'd be like the third date update. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Okay, Kate.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kate.
so
Go-
much.
go back to work.
Talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
All right.
Bang.
God.
Easy.
Wow.
Done and done. Look
She
at
had
that.
a lovely voice.
That was so fucking.
She's got a
hard.
great voice. I thought the
know.
same damn thing. That's funny you said that because I was like, ooh,
Yeah, I
this
like
chick
that.
sounds. Yeah.
I'm not even. I swear to God, I'm not playing this up to play it up. If I didn't know, that's
We
why.
get it, E.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done. That is fucking. I feel bad. I hope she's.
Oh my
she's
gosh,
she's fine.
She's totally fine. You can tell in someone's voice if they're
Yeah.
like don't want to be doing. She was fine.
Yeah,
she's good.
I get it. but still.
And she
that-
wants to go on a
we broke
date.
the ice for you.
Yeah, for sure. Now it's so super
Now
easy.
it's easy. Now it's just pick a day.
It will probably just be tomorrow, to be honest with you, Saturday.
Okay.
Because the rest of the day I'm probably doing this. And then
Where are you going?
What kind of thoughts do you have?
You need Amy's advice on this one, bro.
I'm good at I think I'm good at this shit. Believe it or not, I have good ideas. I mean, dude, when we went to we went to the Cheeseburger Festival in the Thumb a week ago. It was honestly, we had a really fun time. It was like we spent the entire day together. We did miniature golf and fucking.
Fun.
Had some beers at the fucking burgers at the
Cool.
place, and yeah. So I'm not bad with that stuff. I'm
All
just
right.
bad with. I will say for real. I've been thinking all week how I needed to fucking dude, you just fucking do it, right? But like,
You mean ask her out?
Well, hang out. Like I knew she would do it. Hang out I knew she would go out on this weekend if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But like so much of me, I know it's bad, but so much of me really was like I need to save. Mostly was about the money. I'm not making an
All
excuse.
right, well, we got it covered then.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
I'll Venmo you some money after
Okay.
this.
And anyone can Venmo me money, by the way, anytime they
If
want.
yes.
At Eric Fady, Cash App
Yeah.
and Venmo is open all the time. Doesn't just
Well,
have to
if
be
you
for-
get a bunch of money towards the state, you're going to have to prove some receipts of how it was spent. Like flowers, condoms.
See, I think that stuff's a little whatever. Okay. we'll see.
Condoms?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just okay. All right, that's it, man. That's enough for me. I gotta go.
That was great. I'm glad
No,
she answered the phone.
fucking-
though.
Yeah, she seems really nice.
I
Yeah.
feel like I did my workout for today. Like I feel like I lost 5 pounds sitting here.
Yeah, you looked
during
like
that.
it. You were squirming. You were red faced.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, there you go. Another
can't wait
episode
to
of
hear
Biggie
about your
Comedy
date.
Venture Podcast. Thank you, Mike,
Yeah.
for joining us. Amy as well, of course.
You're welcome.
Follow me on all the social medias: Eric Fady, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. So, all right. See you next week. Bye. Oh, my